Now, how about this? Discovering an allergy to elephants, running from a buffalo while 4 months pregnant and getting bitten by a lemur. They are just a few of the highlights of Michaela Strachan's incredible career.
Yeah, she's been presenting wildlife shows on telly for 4 decades and she's celebrating by going on tour to share some of those incredible stories. We're going to speak to her in a moment. But first, let's have a look at some of those highlights.
Oh, I could see her all day.
But, you know, guys, we can't. We've got to spring into action. It's our final show. Welcome to Winterwatch.
We'll also be meeting a wonderful animal with an identity crisis. In Mexico, they call it a monkey. In Brazil, they call it a bear. So what is it? A bear key?
Well, you know, there's nothing like starting the programme with a joke, and that was nothing like starting the programme with a joke. What happens if it's spotted by a predator and the predator approaches?
I'm a spotted shield bug.
That's one word for it. Yep.
Can I tell you, it's been windy here all week. So come on, Hannah.
It is
Let's
a bit
snuggle.
windy,
Do you know how
yeah.
much Chris loves to snuggle? Come on, isn't that lovely? We're all snuggling up. Are you enjoying that, Chris?
He's been dreading this all day.
Really has.
He's not a hugger, is he?
He's no, definitely not a hugger.
But you two love one another, work so well together.
We've been working together for 35 years, and I think there's very few television couples that have lasted that long and are still good friends.
Not myself.
What have you two been doing?
Well, about 3 years, but yes, but, you know, times 10. It's 35, 40 years in telly presenting. Well, I mean, can you believe it when you look back at clips and think 40 years? Where did it go?
No, I mean, I'm doing a theatre show, so I've been looking back at a lot of archive, and it's been quite a journey to go through that archive from 40 years ago. I'm 60 this year. I've done 40 years in television, so I decided to look back at all that and go on this theatre tour, not just to wildlife, to celebrate 40 years in telly and to do a bit of storytelling and tell people some of the stories from behind the scenes.
That's the thing that people love to hear, isn't it? It's the stuff... OK, so all very well as seeing what's on the telly, but it's the stuff that people don't see that is really fascinating. What sort of stories are you going to tell us?
Well, for instance, you know, there's some elephants, I think, that we saw on the clip there. And what's really funny is I have an allergy. I sneeze like crazy, my eyes go really puffy, which is a great look for telly, isn't it?
Brilliant. Yeah, and, I've tried it. It's not good.
And I was pregnant at the time when I did Elephant Diaries, which was for the BBC, and I didn't realise that your allergies heighten when you're pregnant. So it was awful. I mean, after one day of filming, you know, my eyes are streaming. I thought, I just can't, I feel like I've got flu. This is not going to work for a whole series. And I thought they're just going to have to replace me. But, you know, I like a challenge. I'm a girl that likes a challenge. So I carried on. And fortunately, my immune system... When I was little, I used to read the Born Free stories. And I just thought, oh, imagine being in Kenya and cuddling a lion. And look what I've done since. I mean, I've cuddled so many different animals. And it's been really good at the age of, well, I'm 60, as I say, in 2 months, to be able to look back on that career and to look back at those the VHSs, can I tell you, on fast forward on a VHS machine, you know, has been, yeah, quite a journey.
See, in case there was one time you had to run away from a buffalo when you were pregnant.
When I was pregnant, yeah. I mean, there's a few stories that I'm putting in the show about things like that, you know, and it's... Yeah, I had to dart. It was called Michaela's Wild Challenge, and I had to dart some buffalo to move them. And we're looking at them through the fence. And then the male buffaloes are extremely dangerous. They kill more people than lions in Africa. And as we're looking at it, it broke through the fence. So there I am, 4 months pregnant, running away from a very angry, charging buffalo. And I escaped by standing on a brick barbecue. You know, that's not the thing to be doing when you're 4 months pregnant, is it?
Well, at least it saved you. Yes, needs. But I love the way you so matter-of-factly say, I had to dart some wild buffaloes. You know, just. But I guess in a way these things have become normal to you because you've done so many incredible things.
And that is one thing. Looking back, I look back on myself. I think, God, that was quite cool. I think that yes. At the time it was just like, yeah, we're going to dart some buffalo.
Where's my dart?
Yeah,
okay, there we go. Yeah.
Now I look back, I think, wow, that was really cool. But the show is called Not Just a Wildlife because it's not just been a wildlife. You know, obviously wildlife has been at the heart and the core of my career. But before that, it was the Wide Awake Club, the Hitman and Her, all of these things, you know. And recently I've done Dancing on Ice. So you know, it is really varied, my career.
There we go.
Look at
that.
this.
Oh, my goodness, yes. I mean, look at the hairstyle. That just says the 80s,
I actually like it,
doesn't
you know. I think it's great.
Do you think so? Do you think we
it's
should do
great.
it?
I'd love that. I think that's brilliant.
I
Bit
think
of tinsel
tomorrow
in your hair.
I want to see you. I want to see you with a
Definitely.
pineapple hairstyle like that.
I will do a pineapple. Maybe not tomorrow, but I will.
Celebrate the 80s.
You talk about all the brave things that you've done, and I know one of the things you're going to talk about on the tour is something that involved a whole new level of bravery, which is when you were diagnosed with breast cancer, and you went through treatment and surgery and carried on working.
I did. Looking back on it, I'm not sure it was the brightest decision, but I wouldn't have done it any differently because that's my personality. My personality is to be quite stoic and to keep going with things and take challenges on and do it head first, you know. And so I did Springwatch. I think it was about 6 to 8 weeks after I had a double mastectomy. And it was tough because Springwatch is a show you need to go in with a full tank.
Yes.
And it's tiring. It's a full-on tiring show. I love it. I absolutely love doing the watches. But they're exhausting. And so to go into Springwatch on an empty tank was extremely challenging. But yeah, that is one of the things that I'll be talking about on the tour. So we're talking about a lot of stories, a lot of funny stuff. I mean, there's a lot of laughs in the show. But there's also serious stuff like talking about what it's like to work after having breast cancer. And there's other poignant things as well. I mean, one of the things I'm talking about is headlines from the 80s and the sort of headlines that I used to get and how I don't know how any young presenters doing the sort of stuff I did, which was wacky, cope with this, with getting that criticism in the palm of your hand 24 hours a day. I wouldn't be here 40 years later still presenting if I'd had to cope with social media because I wasn't robust enough. I think I would have stepped aside and done something else. I wouldn't have been able to take that sort of criticism.
Thank goodness you didn't. Thank goodness you didn't.
Michaela Strachan, lovely to have you here in the warm.
I know, in the warm.
Not on location.
With scarves and woolly hats.
But great to see you. And the tour sounds great. It's called Not Just a Wild Life, and it starts in April.